Alright, let's see how this one goes. Hi, this is Seth David with Daily Motivator number 96, www.youramiracle.com. If you're forwarding this to people, if you're not forwarding this to people, please forward this to people. If you're forwarding this to people, please let them know that they can sign up and receive them themselves, and they're absolutely free. I do this as a service, I do this to help, I do this because it helps me. And that's the beauty of actually this life and this universe, is that a lot of the times if I'm doing something in an effort to help others, of course it in turn helps me. That's a byproduct of what I'm doing. When I'm doing something that enables me to be helpful to others, usually it helps me, for the very simple reason that helping others just feels good. And that good feeling is going to lift my spirits up. It's going to increase my self-esteem. People ask the question all the time, how do I increase my self-esteem? How do I improve my self-esteem? Well, the way to do that is by committing esteemable acts. What does that mean? Doing things that feel good. And I'm not talking about things that feel good short term. I'm talking about things where you know you've done some real good, where you know you've made a difference in the world around you, where you go out and really help someone else. I mentioned in yesterday's Daily Motivator, in terms of choosing mentors, you know, one good thing is to also become a mentor. I think I've talked about that in a previous Daily Motivator, that you want to kind of do both. You want to have mentors, and then you want to have people that you mentor. And why is that? Because you're going to help people. And you know what? Maybe the best way is to start out by becoming a mentor. Look for somebody. The workplace is the most common and obvious because that's where you spend most of your time. Look for somebody at the workplace, I started to say in yesterday's Motivator, who's maybe struggling, who needs some help, and go offer them the help. First, ask them if they want the help, because nobody's going to appreciate it if they don't actually want the help. So go to somebody and say, hey, it looks like you can use some help with XYZ. Do you mind if I give you a hand? And most people, I think, would be very receptive to that. And by doing that, what you're doing is you're putting it out there in the universe that, hey, I'm out there, I'm being of service, I'm going to help somebody, and I'm going to ask nothing for it in return. And I guarantee you what will happen as a result of that is somehow, in some way, shape, or form, the universe will set things in motion so that somebody will come forward to you and offer you help in some area where you really need it. Which is not to say that you shouldn't be looking for that also at the same time. You should keep your eyes peeled. You should keep your ears open. Listen, pay attention to what's going on in the world around you. Pay attention to the people around you. You'd be surprised when you do that. When you just kind of quiet yourself and quiet your mind and just pay attention to what's going on around you, you'll find people that you'll want to go to for expertise and advice in areas you never would have thought that you would want expertise and advice in. And next thing you know, your life changes course, and all of a sudden, miraculous things starts happening. And I'm not saying that to be dramatic. I've lived it. I've experienced it. I started my life over 10 years ago, and I had no idea that it was going to get to where it is today. And it's all because, among other things, I employed some of these basic principles I'm talking about today. I learned to go out there and help others, and I learned to accept help. That's the key. Some of us have too much pride to accept help, and that just blocks us from progress. Go out there and get all the help you can. You're a miracle. Get excited about today.